Hi friends, do you want to know how to get into a bot lobby in Apex Legends Season 5? I'm going to share with you the true only way to get into a bot lobby. Before I do that, just a friendly reminder to click the big red subscribe button down below and the big like button. It really helps me out and I really appreciate it. Now this isn't one of those fake videos, so I'm not going to give you some, click on multiple different menu areas or click on firing range and then duos multiple times and you'll magically be in a bot lobby. It doesn't really work like that. I have friends that are developers in the gaming industry, not specifically at EA, but who build skill-based matchmaking systems into their games, and I've discussed with them and they've confirmed that in reality skill-based matchmaking doesn't really work like that. And if you think about it logically, how can just randomly clicking on different areas or different game modes in the menu really affect how the skill-based matchmaking system works? It doesn't really make sense logically, right? So in my view, these videos out there that tell you to randomly click on different things or disconnect, force disconnect, and then load back in, they're kind of fake videos. I mean, you're welcome to go and watch them and get your own opinion, and some of you might believe that, and if you do, then, great for you. But in my view, they just don't work. In reality, for me, the only way to do this, to make sure you get in the right lobby, or so-called bot lobbies, I guess you could call it, is to make the skill-based matchmaking system work for you. And you can do that by trying to understand how it works in terms of matchmaking. Again, Respawn would never really release the exact algorithm to how this works, because then anyone can trick the system. But we can have an educated guess. So we know that on average, they take an average of the last quota of your most recent games, and it's a specific quota. Again, we don't know the exact number, but from what I can see, it's kind of anywhere from your last 10 to 20 games. They take an average of your performance based on certain metrics, and then those certain metrics guide to matchmake you with people on the same level. And those metrics could be anything from number of kills, amount of damage dealt, survival time, your interaction with your teammates, as in how many times have you revived or respawned your teammates. Those kind of metrics are what the matchmaking system looks at, and then they do it over a certain quota of your last games. So ultimately, the way to make sure you get into the right lobbies for you, or even so-called bot lobbies, is essentially to moderate your performance over the last 10 to 20 games and tailor your performance to the kind of lobbies that you're aiming for. So if you think you're not a very good player and you want a lobby that's not very good, you need to make sure over your last 10 or 20 games that your metrics and performance match those kind of lobby metrics. As in, you want to not get so many kills, or limit the amount of damage you do, or limit the survival time, etc., that kind of thing. But in reality, I would say don't try and do this artificially. And I know some of you will watch this and then go and try that, and it will probably work for you and you'll get in lobbies that are probably a lot easier for you. The thing is, it kind of ruins the experience for people that are new and aren't actually good. So I would say trust the matchmaking system and trust that it will ultimately put you at the level that you're supposed to be at. So sometimes you will find that you're with predators and people that are way too good for you, and sometimes you will be with easy people. And that's because the matchmaking system is, again, like I said, looking at your last quota of games and trying to match you with people on your level. And I know sometimes that means you have ridiculously hard games, like you have 5 hard games in a row or a whole evening of hard games, but then the next day you'll probably find that actually you're in a lot easier lobbies. I definitely find that for myself, and that's because that's the matchmaking system work, by taking the average of your last quota of games and applying these metrics to then rate you with the people that are on your same level. So really the bot trick is actually just to make the matchmaking system work for you. So it's to make sure your performance over the last 10 to 20 games is at the level that you want to be at. And if it's at a very low level, then you just need to make sure your metrics are super low in your last quota of games. And again, like I said, I'm guessing that last quota is probably 10 to 20 games. And that really is the only true way. And it's probably going to take a long time to get through those 10 games or 20 games to try and tailor your metrics to that. And that's why I'm saying it's not a cheap, quick hack. But if you think about it, this really is the only logical way. There's no other real way. By clicking different game modes randomly in the menu and then loading into the game you want, how could that possibly trick the matchmaking system? This is a much more realistic way to do it. Probably take a bit longer, but this is the only way to do it. I hope this video was useful, and I hope in reality you use the information I shared to actually trust that the matchmaking system is there to try and help you play at a level that suits you and not ruin the experience for yourself or other people. I hope this video was fun, just a bit of an insight based on my thoughts on these kind of bot lobby videos. Thanks for watching. I appreciate all the support, and I'll catch you later.